Yes, welcome to MB Analysis. It's your favorite analyzer of cricket, Missah Browne. Respect, one and all. God's blessings. Today I am going to touch on Sunil Gavaskar, the little master. Yeah, the original one, because we all know Sachin Tendulkar, another diminutive Indian great, came after him and assumed the name. And many would say, yeah, even surpassed Gavaskar in greatness and stature. So I am here to look at how dominant was he. Yeah, how dominant the man may really be against the renowned West Indian attack of the 70s and 80s. With some proper research. Yeah man, Missah Browne on the case. This is what I came up with, starting from the beginning. His debut series was against the West Indies in 1971. And in terms of numbers, boy, me tell you, I tell you, 774 runs in 4 tests after missing the first test. Due to illness, yeah, Gavaskar made his debut in the second, scoring 65 and 67 not out at Port of Spain. In the next test, the third, he scored 116 and 64 not out. In the fourth test at Bridgetown, he had a rare failure. Yeah, he had a rare failure in the first innings, getting out for 1, but he was back to business in the second, scoring 117 not out. In the fifth and final test, he hit 124 and 220. Yes, West Indies score over 500 runs. Sobers make a brilliant century. Sobers scored a brilliant century as well. Yeah, the pitch was flat and the game was drawn, but all things said, a double and a single in the same test, yeah man, them are some serious business. Yeah. Thus the legend was born about Gavaskar's skill against fast bowling. He was already been hailed by many as the best player of fast bowling going around. He is hailed in high esteem as the man who conquered the mighty West Indian pace attack. Yeah, the barrage of the 70s and 80s. Gavaskar's exploits even inspired a well-known calypso that artists listen up to today. Well-known. The West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all.
A lovely day for cricket. Blue skies and gentle breeze. The Indians are waiting now.
Just to clarify, the calypso, the song now actually make reference to Gavaskar dominating the great attacks, the prong, the horsemen. Saying, he said the West Indies couldn't out it, which in many ways was the truth. You can only
a lovely day for
against,
cricket.
Who bowled you the attack that
blue skies and
you
gentle
came up
breeze.
against. It was not the full
Indians
strength
are waiting
West
now
Indian attack. I'll get back to that.
play the West
Here's some of the
Indies.
calypso about, yeah.
A signal from the umpire. The match is going to start. The cricketers come on the field. They all look very smart. Irapali Prasanna, Gigi Boy and Wadika, Krishna Murthy and Vishnu Mankad. Them boys could well play cricket on any kind of wicket. They make the West Indies team look so bad. We was in all kind of trouble. Joey Carew pull a muscle. Clive Lloyd get about 3 run out. We was in trouble without a doubt. It was Gavaskar, the real master. Just like a wall, we couldn't out Gavaskar at all. Not at all. The West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all.
Yeah, back to that 1971 series, his debut series, where he scored 774 runs at 154.80 with 4 centuries and 3 half centuries in 8 innings. Well, the West Indian attack was spin dominant. Landscapes was still around, knocking on the door of the then world record, but here the seamers Gavaskar had to deal with in this series. Keith Boyce, Grayson Shillingford, Van Burn Holder, Houghton Dow, and John Shepherd. I know Sobers a give a little everything. The Halls, the Griffith, the Roy Gilchrist, the renowned fast bowlers of the 60s had all played their last test and retired. West Indies may in a state of transition when this team are picked. And also, the theory of the four-prong don't even exist yet, much less for put into play. I would grade the West Indian pace attack of this series as very, very much below par. Yeah, man. Very weak bowling attack. The next time the West Indies and India met was in the Caribbean in 75-76. Gavaskar batted brilliantly there as well, in terms of runs, scoring 390 runs at nearly 56 apiece, including 2 centuries. By this time, the fast bowling battery had just started to materialize. In the first test, the attack was holding Roberts and Bernard Julian as quicks, and spinners Halford and Jomadine. Gavaskar scored 37 and 1 in this game. He scored 156 in the second test against much the same attack. Yeah, man, kudos. That's a century there with 2 of the champion quicks involved. I have to give him that one. Though very early in their careers and with no backup or support to really keep the pressure sustained. See? All that said, it was another test century against the West Indies, who by this time had become his favourite opposition. Yeah, man. The third and fourth test to follow saw no Andy Roberts. Roberts didn't play, and Holding was only in his second test series. He had to be content with the backup of Wayne Daniel, who was not the worst, Van Burn Holder, Julian and Jomadine again, and Albert Padmore and Imtiaz. Imtiaz Ali. Both Ali and Padmore were slow bowlers. Spinners, there was still not yet no sign of the famous destructive four-prong formation that would soon dominate the cricket world. So up to this point, the West Indian attacks were mediocre, the pace attack especially. Next, the West Indies toured India in 78-79, flush in the middle of the Kerry Packer years. Everybody know the Kerry Packer saga. This man come in and change up cricket after the player named Big Contract. Kind of problem with the board and so, but the players left regularly to participate in the World Series matches. Many top players were often unavailable, and the West Indies bowling attack was decimated. All the players then gonna play Kerry Packer, so you wouldn't go. Everybody run go IPL, but only thing they attach a little rebel status to this. The pay in those days was not good for the players, especially the West Indian players. So then clamor to the Kerry Packer, and the fast bowlers were hot bread, butter and cheese. So Gavaskar again caught the West Indies on the hop and skip. Lucky so. So in this particular series now of 78-79, rather than facing Holding, Roberts, Garner and Kraft, Gavaskar opened the innings in the first test to the likes of Norbert Phillip, Van Burn Holder, Sylvester Clark and 2 spinners, Jomadine again and Derek Parry. Hear the bowling there? Why? That is some sweet waffle. Can't get no credence for this series, are too tough. Runs are runs, but that I don't get nothing for talk about the boy, and definitely dominate one outstanding, top class West Indian attack. Well, needless to say, he enjoyed himself again, helping himself to 732 runs at 91 apiece. Again hitting 4 centuries, just like in 1971. A very young Malcolm Marshall made his debut during a very high-scoring 6 tests in the series, which saw 5 draws in 6 games because of the extreme docile nature of the wickets. So, a very young Marshall only played the 6 tests, all the rest mediocrity. Regardless of the attack, this run-scoring feast prompted memories. People's minds were made on the Calypsos. Wrong out again.
A lovely day for cricket. Blue skies and gentle breeze. The Indians are waiting now.
Me no know, yeah, I don't know if you share my view up to this point that Gavaskar is yet to meet a potent West Indies attack. The prang, the real steam. Yes, a lot more to analyze, but I'll leave you here. A bit of suspense, until the next episode 2. We'll touch Sunil Gavaskar again. How good was he? How dominant was he against the great West Indian pace attacks, the quartets? Yeah, look out for part 2. Yeah, man. It was a pleasure analyzing. And I really look forward to bringing you episode 2. Sunil Gavaskar. Did he really conquer the great West Indies pace attack? Said they could know Tom. Yeah. Missah Browne on the case.